Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it again. This time we are playing Chaos. We are going to be using this deck to take advantage of Chaos Angel. And I know the thumbnail has the other Chaos card, but hear me out. I played multiple variants of trying to make the other Chaos cards work, like the other new Chaos cards work, and I just found them to be very lackluster. But before you guys click off on the video, I am going to say this. We're playing in the updated ban list that's coming out on the 28th. So that means no Merly. Merly's banned, so we're not playing it. We're also only playing one grass. And I think that's it for this, for what we have here. But yeah, we're playing the updated ban list. So like if you, and playing only one Kelbeck, no yugioh or anything. So if this is something you want to build, this is something that's going to last past the ban list, so that's good to know. But yeah, the deck pretty much the what you're trying to aim for is, if you're going second, you obviously just pick apart their board, and Chaos Angel is going to be a big help there. If you're going first, you build some of these big synchro monsters with Chaos Angel, making them all unaffected with Thunder Dragon Colossus, and it's probably a GG. It's going to be really hard for them to come back. But yeah, like I said, I tried playing with the other cards. I think the only reason why I didn't want to completely build it is because I don't own, I did not want to craft Chaos Witch. Like I pulled probably like 10 of these and I decrafted them all because I didn't think I would need them. So I'm not going to craft these again. So if you do have Chaos Witch, there is a world where you could play the other Chaos cards. It's just they're very restrictive and they lock you into specifically synchro summoning too, which makes it like really hard for this type of deck to kind of thrive when you're playing with that. So, but trust me when I say this deck's wicked spicy. It takes advantage of this Chaos Angel really, really well. So let's get into some actions and you guys can see what I'm talking about. Hello, we're here with game number 1 against Snowman, and we are playing against Blackwing, and man, this person gets like full board against me. Really not much I could do, but my hand is looking pretty juicy. I opt not to Kelbeck at all during this entire exchange, even when I could. And the sole reason for that is because I want to have the ability of either sending Kelbeck from my hand or just using it on my opponent's turn to just bait out some of his interruption, because Kelbeck is going to be pretty useful in that sense. But my opponent puts up like a crazy amount of negates. We're going to count him out while we're doing this. And it's not just like cards in the field either. He just puts up a lot of like threats. So here's Hot Red Archfiend. There's a Chaos Angel, but it's only made with dark monsters, which is good. So this doesn't look that crazy, but he has Shargna Pop, plus he has Shinnok that we know about, and he has hand traps. So negate monster, and I'm getting burned every turn. Like, it's actually kind of devastating. So we're going to call by this first. Allure of Darkness. We sent, this is a great allure target, the Thunder Dragon. That's why it's in the deck. We're going to activate Sheeran, and this is going to force Draco Berserker. I really didn't want to activate Sheeran, but I was trying to weigh my options, and I feel like Zayama's just kind of better to resolve. So here's Emergency Teleport. Zayama's effect, and there's Effect Veiler. So there's one negate, another negate from him. And since he sent Effect Veiler, I was able to finally stop the burning. I technically could have just popped the Archfiend here, but like the negate from Archfiend I'm not that concerned about. It was more the burning, because I have so many plays to do. So we go into Chaos Ruler. This is going to get another Effect Veiler, and we already know he has Shinnok too. So he had pretty much 3 Effect Veilers here. We go into Shooting Riser. Shooting Riser is gonna get the negate out of him, because Shooting Riser is pretty much gonna send a bit shield, so we can go into Hot Red Archfiend. So here we go into Dark. Dark's gonna activate to grab that, and that would have allowed us to go into a 10. But he is going to negate our Dark, and he might be saying, well, this seems completely over. But remember, we have Chaos Ruler, and he has no more cards to deal with. But yeah, we dealt with like 6 interruptions here. It's kind of crazy. This looks psychotic, by the way. But we're kind of banking everything on zombie vampire right now. There was a world, by the way, that we actually went into. There's a world where we go into Topologic and just board wipe it. But I wanted to do the spicier play because we were doing it on stream. So here we're going to Chaos Space. Just draw a card. We draw the Levineer, which gives us lethal. So we go from like, oh, this is impossible, to like, oh, my opponent's just gone. Dunzo. Levineer pop. Remember, Levineer can't attack after using its effect. But we have plenty of damage here. And Snowman goes bye-bye. Remember, that was like 3 effect Veilers. Hot Red, Tenyi pop. We played through a lot right there. Hello, we're here with game number 2 against Da, and our hand. I had to show this game. So we put in. So something about this deck too is we were struggling with was we just kept getting Maxx'd. I ended up putting in Gamma, Ash, and Callby just because of how annoyed I was getting Maxx'd, and it works out great. And you guys see some really good exchange here. We activate Foolish Burial. We send the Kelbeck. Kelbeck's going to activate, and he ends up hitting into a tier name, which is really annoying. I activate Gamma. My opponent activates a really bad Ash, in my opinion, because like it stops like the Gamma, but then you summon the tier name, and then I just Gamma the whatever you're sending. So it really didn't matter. But he ends up sending. They have this, so I just Gamma this. And I have a Bestial in hand. So, like, whatever he does, he's on lockdown. Right? So, tier name. I Bestial. And from here, it's pretty much GG. He activates his Gravekeeper's Trap. Yeah, it's pretty much over. I think I ended up going to the Chaos Ruler. Just to get the mill going. I hit pretty crazy. Hit Levineer off the top. He Kelbecks my card, which literally does not matter. And then he activates Medora super early. So Foxy Tuning gets a summon, and he's just GG. Didn't want to deal with all the smoke. Hello, we're here with game number 3, and my opponent's going to Maxx C immediately, and we're going to Callby immediately. So, this game, I play like an idiot. But it's actually a good thing I play like an idiot, because I kind of want to show you what you can do is if like your opponent had like Ash 2 on top of this. So we're not going to use the emergency teleport this entire time, right? So no using emergency teleport. We're going to full combo pretty much still. We get Shooter Riser Dragon. We're going to go into Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler is going to send 5. We get some pretty good mills here. We add the Sheeran. Just to mill even more. Draw a card. Send the Thunder Dragon. Jet Synchron. Boom. There's a Hot Red Archfiend. Banish. Boom. There's Curious. And now we get Thunder Dragon Hawk out of deck too. Havness activates. Curious activates. Curious mills another 3 after you send something in the graveyard. So Kikalios activates. I do want to point out there are like points too, like with Kikalios and stuff. I legit could have like used like teleport to go into like Borreload Savage or something like that, like by sending like Curious to the graveyard. But I decided I just didn't want to use the teleport. Like, just show what it looks like without having the extra thing there. And now we go into Snow. Snow plus any level 6 is so nice, like the Bestials, because it makes like full power Chaos Angel. So there's Chaos Angel. There's Thunder Dragon Colossus. So now he has to play against 2 negates. Thunder Dragon Colossus shutting down his searches. Hot Red Archfiend negate, and Chaos Angel making Hot Red and him unaffected by monster effects, and making all the monsters so he can't even run over Appaloosa. They can't like normal summon and try and attack Appaloosa because they can't be destroyed by battle. So, and when my opponent activates Call By, I just activate Snow so I don't have to deal with it. And then evenly I negate it, and it's gonna be GG. So, hello, we're here with the 4th game against Lian, and they're going to be playing Sword Soul. I'm going to have this. I end up hitting the Medora. He adds Long Yon. Long Yon's going to send. So he tries to bring back the Ashuna. I end up using the Medora. I don't know if this is a good choice. I was thinking like maybe there's a world where I just wait for him to get 3 cards in the graveyard and then activate it. But I kind of just wanted to keep him off of Protoss, and I didn't like him bringing back the card for free, so here's Chen Ying, and he's going to pass. So we activate Ogre Dance, grab Xiamen. Xiamen act Foxy Tune. Set the Jet Synchron. We're going into Chaos Ruler. Chaos Ruler is going to activate, and now he's going to negate. This is obvious negate, though. Now, this is what's bizarre to me. So, he activates Chen Ying, right? To banish. So, I activate Ogre Dance, because I was like, oh, maybe I can make him bait him out to banishing Ogre Dance, because I'll make him so huge. Because he goes to, like, 56-something attack. But he ends up just getting rid of my Jet Synchron, which allows me to go Zombie Vampire and continue doing these plays. So now we go Bestial Rebellion. Necro comes out. This allows me to go into full power Chaos Angel. We get rid of Chen Ying, and then we just attack because our board's kind of bricked up. Unfortunately, we did not hit any Thunder Dragons at all, which is like really annoying because if we hit any Thunder Dragons off the top, we would have had lethal. But since we didn't, it's whatever. And the thing that's so bizarre about this is I thought this was like pretty much a GG. I don't think he can out it or out the board, but I was very surprised when he went to Shi Zhao. And then after going into Shi Zhao, he was able to go into, this is even what I was talking about. So he's able to go into Chen Ying again. So he's playing 2 Chen Yings, which threw me off. And then, funny enough, is when he summoned Monk, I was laughing because I was like, well, I just have an easy way of killing him here. But I think he noticed it because he ended up activating Heavenly. And they attack my Zombie Vampire 30 times. So I'm at like 1200. I activate Grass, which is insane. Kelbeck Havness activates. Any call buys. I dodged a call by though with Medora or Keldo. And now I'm just gonna activate Snow. Honestly, this Snow activation, like Snow happening at this exact moment, was really, really bad. Because now I don't even get to flip this card face down, which is what I was kind of planning to do. He just banishes it for free. I use Chaos Space to dig a card deeper. I'm going to use Zombie Vampire. And I don't know what happens here. I don't know why he just keeps trying to negate Chaos Angel. But now he just gives me free win because I just grabbed Fenrir. Like, it was going to be fine regardless because he used all his cards. And I was going to tribute summon for Fenrir. But now I just get Fenrir for free. So, sure. I'll just take that. And that's just out. He just dies. He just, because his entire board gets outed from this one Fenrir. So, GG. Get annihilated. Hello and welcome to the recap. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to let you know when I am uploading. Also, join our Discord. The link is down below. Pretty awesome. 500 plus members, close to 600. It's a lot of cool information in there. And we do host tournaments every Friday. Except last Friday because I was sick, which is the first time we haven't hosted a tournament in a long time. So Let's talk about the deck, though. How did the deck perform? Well, the deck actually performed pretty well in Masters. We were able to climb with the deck. We climbed almost 2 ranks in like a 2-hour span, so which was pretty good. It's a 60 card deck, so there are obviously some games where it's like, geez, what would I open? But for the most part, like, I would say most games felt pretty darn good, and it felt like you could win most of your games, which is kind of what you want out of a deck, right? The big standouts for me in the deck was, I think the thunder cards, like the Thunder Dragon cards, were huge because it gave you so much recursion. But this Chaos Angel was just so crazy. It was just so crazy. It was so good. Oh man, it's just such a good removal too. Like the effect's just a great removal for the deck. Yeah, it's just a really good addition. I would love to play the other Angel, like the one that lets you OTK super easily. I guess at like 4,500. The only problem with playing with that is it's very specific in the needs. Like I said, you have to play it pretty much. Like, they pretty much require you to play it with like the new cards, like Core and Shell, or with the Chaos Witch, because what ends up actually, even with the Chaos Witch, it doesn't really give you. Oh, this is the light tokens, because it says you need a light tuner and 1 non-tuner dark monster to make Archfiend, and that's the problem. We don't really have any light tuners. Like, we have Shinobi Necro, and we obviously have like Assault Synchron, Jet Synchron's a fire. But most of the cards in our deck are not light. Like, lights, we do have lights obviously in the deck, but they're not like a majority, and they're definitely not the tuners. So unfortunately, like, for us to play this, we probably would have to play Core, and the problem with the Core and Shell is both these cards, like, they lock you into doing synchros. So like, if you're playing like this Core, like this deck, like with the Chaos Witch, Core of Chaos, Shell of Chaos, and stuff like that, you're gonna have to play pretty much like almost pure synchros, or like mostly synchros, which in a deck like this that we're playing, where it's kind of like a pile deck, we're throwing a bunch of cards to the graveyard and stuff like that, it's like, I feel like it's really unrealistic to think of, to do, like, especially consistently. But even honestly, even like just trying it out, like through like simulators and stuff, like, I honestly think the deck is not that great. Like, I think this version of the deck is way better than that, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I don't think I am, but this deck just has a lot more recursion and a lot more I think fun plays with it. Zero Boros didn't really come up, but there's definitely some plays I could have. That was like the most optimal play was going Zero Boros, and I decided to do stupid shit like going to Zombie Vampire for the hell of it. But yeah, I think the deck was pretty solid. If I had to rate it 1 out of 10, I'd probably give it like, I saw like 7.5, maybe 8, like pushing 8. And on a tier scale, I would probably put this at a rogue tier deck. Yeah, you're playing a bunch of really good archetypes, but you gotta remember, like, you can't really take too much advantage of like the tier cards now, because like without Merle, kind of definitely hurts. We're pretty much just using tier as an engine for milling. Tier is literally a mill engine in this deck. Which is fine, which is kind of like all you need, right? One other suggestion too is you could possibly play the tier field spell too, just to see the names more, but I personally didn't like doing that, so yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see next. I'm really hoping ninjas come out soon. I'm like waiting for this ninja structure deck. They talked about it for like months ago at this point, or like at least like over a month ago, and yeah, I'm waiting for ninjas, dude. But let me know what you guys want to see next. I was actually thinking about doing reviews of like decks that are going to, like, the decks hit in the ban list. I was thinking about doing like an updated list for them, so I'm not sure if that will do well with you guys, or if you guys are looking for any specific deck. I don't know. Well, let me know. All right. Goodbye.